Hey guys, and welcome to our base. After a couple days of upgrading, we've added some cupboards, as you can see here, for our storage. We've also added our workshop equipment. We've replaced some of the normal wood with core wood and built a cooking station. Of course, here's my throne. Heading upstairs, some really cool stairs I built. Took me like way too long, maybe 6 hours. We've also got our thatched roofs. You can see it's complete. It was monotonous as hell. And here is our portal room, or our Dalaran. That's a WoW reference for anyone who doesn't get it. Over here we have the garden, where we'll grow the carrots and the beets and the barley and the flax and all that. You might notice we've built some stone walls around everything. Important to note that Deathsquitos can still fly over them, and Foolings do attack them. These walls are imperative to our defense, even though they kind of are ugly. You can see we planted a lot of trees, we farmed a lot of wood and a lot of stone, mostly thanks to Tragic. Credit is due where credit is due. But yeah, we've done all this on a completely vanilla server, so I'm really excited to show you how we build the ground floor portion of our base, guys. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And as always, if you like the video, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe to me, hit the little bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. You can also follow me over on Twitch. I'm also on Twitter and TikTok as well. I've been posting to Reddit, and I might just start uploading to Instagram, because why not go all in? Let's get started with this video, guys. Come on. But before we begin, I have to show you at least one fight with some Foolings. Tragic here picked a fight with a group that spawned in, and they took him down to quarter health. I came out to help him with the bow, and as you can see, Tragic really didn't need my help. He is kicking butt. I get in a few good shots with the bow, but really, it's all Tragic here, I promise you. Boom, hit, boom, miss. When they're clustered together like that, it's really easy to hit. Ooh, my stam keeps getting lower and lower and lower. Make sure you eat good food, guys. Boom. Final blow. Nice. It's always fun to see a quick fight, right? Alright, now back to the base building, guys. Starting with the garden, we tried to use core wood to build 4 quadrants for the 4 different crops in Valheim, and unfortunately, even though we tried our very, very hardest, we couldn't make the ground completely level, and the core wood would snap before we could get it from one side to the other. There were solutions for this that we did try, and we did get it to work ultimately, but we just really didn't like the way it looked and settled for something else. We realized that the stone floor tiles was probably going to be the best option, but our garden wasn't big enough to place them evenly, so we had to extend it. Here you can see the first section of floor tiles I used to split our garden up into 2. I did struggle a little bit to split it into 4 because the tiles were not even. However, I did manage to figure it out. You can free build in this game, and that's what I ended up doing. So it turned out really great. I'm not going to spend any more time in the garden because I know we're all here to see how did we put a floor on top of that big giant basement that you saw at the beginning of the video and in part 2 and in part 1. So the trick is iron supports. What do I mean? When you build really high, there are ways, if you use excessive amounts of normal wood or core wood, to build very tall. Unfortunately, it's just so much easier if you have iron. You can build very tall, and you can build over very large gaps with iron supports, and that's what we're doing here. One really cool thing, though, that we realized is you don't have to use iron all the way across. What do I mean? You can use it every other. So the iron beams aren't needed for the entire square lattice. You only have to go one direction with them. The other direction, you can use normal wood. This is great because it saves on a lot of time. You don't have to go mine as much iron, and you don't have to lug that iron all over the place. It's really heavy, and it's really slow, but this will save you a lot of time. You can see now that I'm placing some of the stone foundations or stone walkways, stone tiles, if you will, right on top of the wood floor, and they are not breaking. With normal wood, they will break. I'll be honest, we did not test it with core wood. We had the iron, and we just decided to use iron to save time. It worked out, and I recommend you do the same. Now, just sit back and watch for the next 60 seconds while we build half the roof. We're not going to show you the whole thing because that would be boring. But what I will do is when we're done with the first half, I'll skip ahead and show you what it looked like when the whole roof was completed. After that, we're going to look at what base we built on top of this awesome basement. And there you have it, everyone, a fully stone walkway or roof right on top of a 3-story deep basement, all because of those iron supports. You definitely need to use them. So what about the rest of the base? Did we just leave it this way? No, we didn't. We actually, on top of this, put a 2 or 3 story tall wooden base that housed our comfort. We put all of our trophies from all of the mobs and bosses that we killed, and we got our comfort all the way up to 17 or 18, I can't remember. But anyway, it's really cool. So next up, we're going to show you how that turned out. Look at that massive stone base, guys. Isn't it awesome? We got about 2 or 3 stories. I guess it depends on if you build 1 or 2 high, what you call it. But really, if you get up on the roof, guys, you're probably like 6 stories up. It's an awesome base. We're going to take you on inside now. So here you can see the upstairs before we completed it. Still looks pretty cool, but if you watch till the end, you'll see what it looked like with 17 comfort up here and all of the mobs we killed's trophies hanging up on the wall. We also just saw our garden with some plants finally growing in and our turbine for making bread. And now I'll take you back downstairs so you can see what the ceiling looks like with stone on top over that thatch. Looks a whole lot better in my opinion. And we're back upstairs to show you what it looks like if we need to defend our base. Everyone, let's walk through the front doors one more time and I'll take you upstairs to show you what I promised. Look at that, 17 comfort. You gotta think Tragic for this. He did all the work up here and it looks beautiful. We'll head down one more time. Oh, looks like I can eat another bite, huh? What a beautiful base. Everybody, I just wanted to thank you again one more time for watching this entire series. Part 1, Part 2, and 3 of this base build. It was an epic journey. I love Valheim. I love this base. If you liked the video, make sure you give it a like. Please subscribe. It'll help me out a ton. I'm also over on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram now. Thanks, guys, so much. If you want to know when I upload videos and you don't always get the YouTube notifications, make sure you join Discord too. Super important. We're going to be running a guild for Ashes of Creation and New World, and right now we're playing Valheim and Final Fantasy XIV. Thanks, everybody. Bye.